Guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is going to be an updated brow routine. So I will start off using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Auburn. Now of course my natural hair color is not auburn, but my dyed hair color is like a reddish color, so I use the auburn to balance out the naturalness, if you will. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Anastasia Beverly Hills brow brush, and I believe this is the 7B brow brush. I'm not 100% sure. I could be very wrong on that. And I'm going to dip it into that pomade and very lightly apply this to my bottom part of my brow and drag it along to create the shape of my brow. And then I'm going to take the brush and start to create the tail of the brow. Now I will put a little bit more pressure towards the tail of the brow than I will going towards the front of the brow. As you can see, I want the front of the brow to be a little bit lighter than the actual tail of the brow to make it more quote unquote natural looking. Of course this is not natural, it is makeup, but you know, you don't want it to look crazy. And your spoolie at the end of this brush is going to be your absolute best friend. So what you're going to do is, as you go in adding more of the product onto the brow to fill in the sparse areas, you'll use that spoolie to blend everything out. That way you can make sure you're not putting too much product in, and if you do, you can blend it out with that spoolie. And as I go towards the front of the brow, I will just kind of lightly fill in the front of the brow, and as you can see here, again, using that spoolie to make sure everything is blended out and looks very even. And voila, there's the first brow. And I will go ahead and do the second brow. Now I always refer to my left brow, well, my right brow to you guys, as my golden child, and my right brow, which is my left brow to y'all, if that makes sense, is my problem child. It always gives me problems, and my other brow, my left brow, is my golden child. It's always my easiest brow to work with. Everybody knows you have that favorite eye and that favorite brow to work with. My left brow is my favorite one. As you can see, look how beautiful it looks. But my number one rule is always remember, your brows are sisters, not twins. So moving on to carving out the brows, I'll be taking my concealer. This is my Maybelline Fit Me concealer, and I'll be taking a flat brush. I don't know what brush this is. There's absolutely no label on it at all whatsoever, but it's just a flat brush that I use to carve out my bottom part of my brows. So I will very slowly, and I mean very, very slowly, take my concealer and start to clean up the bottom part of my brow. So this is to clean up any mistakes that you make, and just to really sharpen up and make sure that brow is very precise and clean and nice and beautiful for the world to see, because the brows do shape the face, and that is a very true statement. And for the other side, I'll just go ahead and speed through that because we're doing the exact same thing as we did on the other brow. And this one, as you can see, doesn't need too much cleaning up on the bottom because, like I said, this is my golden child brow. And then for the top, I'll be taking my Motives concealer brush in the shade. This is brush number 130, and I'll be taking that same concealer and just using this brush to clean up the top part of my brow. And this is where you can like actually take the concealer to shape out the brow as well, right here. Now it is looking a little bit crazy right now, but that's just because there's no other face makeup on, so of course it looks a little bit crazy, but this is just my brow routine before my makeup goes on, because I always do my brows first just in case I do need to clean them up and correct any mistakes. And then I'll take my beauty sponge and I'll just go ahead and blend out that concealer, that way I'm not looking crazy before I put my foundation on. And once that is done, this is the before. And here's the after. I hope this video helped you out, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.